Okay, Eureka, I am here, but let's see how long
I'm
it
a,
does last for. Uh, okay, so everything is live. Actually, you access it. Oksana, hello, hello. How are you?
Hello,
Sorry.
Hi, Sana.
I'm fine.
Yeah, finally we are online.
Yes, of course. It's very happy. I'm lucky today, I think.
Well, Oksana, I'm sorry I couldn't get on earlier. It's just my Skype was working, but my internet wasn't working. So I don't know. Sometimes this happens, right? Where it's working, then it doesn't work, and it working and doesn't work. Maybe I should have a second internet provider. Do you have two internet providers, or do you just have one?
No.
Oksana.
Could you repeat your question?
I asked, do you yourself have one internet? Do you have two in case one goes down, or what is your solution if this would have happened to you? You think it's a good idea to have two internet providers? What is your opinion?
I think it's a problem of provider, maybe.
Well, it's always good to have two. Always good to have backup. Who else is in my class? Luba. Luba, are you there?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm not too bad. So sorry, everyone. Just because of earlier, my Skype was working, but my internet wasn't. But hey, things happen. Uh, who else is in my class here? Let's see. I'm looking. Vitali, did I get your
Yes,
name correct?
yes, hello.
See, I can still say your name. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. So today's topic, it's about being single or married or divorced or separated or whatever. So who wants to answer first? Who is single here? Everyone's single, or I guess not everyone. Who is
Yeah,
single?
I'm single now.
You're single. You're free.
Yes.
Describe to us how your single life is. What does it feel for you? How do you feel being single?
Excellent.
What does excellent mean?
I feel very good.
You feel
Quite good.
you feel good. So you don't
Yes.
have anyone to listen. You don't have anyone that you have to listen to, correct? Or you don't have anyone to control you. Is that what you want to say?
Yes.
And all right, who else is single here? Anyone else? No?
Mm.
No, nobody else? No. Who is married?
I'm married.
Me too.
Oksana, Oksana, how old were you when? How long have you been married for?
Oh, 2 days ago we celebrated 8 years. We married all together, and we celebrated 13 years as we are together.
Wait, you've been together for 13 years?
13 years.
And you've been married for 8 years though, right?
Yes, I've been married only 8 years old.
Now, if I may ask you, do you regret marriage, or do you think marriage is a good thing to have in society still these days?
Marriage is a good thing. I think we have to change all our lives. For example, at once we are children, and for example, I was a girl, then I was on the daughter, then I was on the girlfriend, then I'm a wife. At once we became mother and father, parents. Uh, Maybe several of us will be grandparents.
It's just a stage of life. Who else here is married? Anyone else for the people who came in? Who else? Who's in my class here? Vitali. Is there two Vitali? Is there two spies here in my group channel? Is that you, Vitali? Is it the same Vitali?
Italy is absent.
Vitali's absent. Luba, are you married?
Yes, I am.
Ah, what's your idea of marriage? You think people should get married these days, or people should be like Charlie Sheen?
I think it's It's a matter of I don't know how is it.
Difficult
Case of a case. Дело случая. I don't know how is it in
What's
English.
so bad about marriage?
Can you repeat, please?
What is so bad about marriage? Is there anything bad about marriage these days?
Bad?
Bad. Bad. It's like people don't want to get married these days. What's wrong with them?
Can I question
There
my
are a lot
opinion?
of problems, I think. Maybe it's really hard to find a couple, your second part, so to say.
Well, maybe too many people have been watching the TV show The Bachelor. You know, like maybe too many people are in the fantasies as well. So, Vitaly, are you there? Who else is in my class? Who else? I'm looking here. You were in my class before, but I kind of forgot your name. Someone help me out.
Alfia.
Adfia. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. What is your opinion of marriage? Should they still get married, or should they stay in single mode?
I think it's better when they are married. I think so.
And when do you think is a good age to get married these days? 32? 40?
Yeah, I think so.
Why so?
For a woman, about 20, yeah.
And for a guy, 40? No.
Sorry?
I said for a woman 20 and for the guy 40.
40.
You said that. You said I heard 30, so I said 40.
Okay.
So why do you think people aren't getting married these days? Do you think maybe people are getting more selfish?
Maybe.
Well, what area? You're from Russia, correct?
Yes.
What age group do people get married there? What do you see? The younger people, when are they getting married, or are they going from relationship to relationship? What do you see that's happening there? Do you see any change maybe like 20 years ago, or 10 years ago per se, or do you think it's the same? Is it still like traditional? Can you describe it for me maybe?
I think it's more better when they married about 25 years for men, and for women 22 maybe.
Okay, so a very young age, right? So we all have to go to prison one day. Vitaly, are you there? Do you want to be in a relationship? Do you have a girlfriend currently now?
Now I'm all happy.
So you don't have anyone? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Are you scared of being in a relationship?
No, I don't. I don't. I afraid nothing. Nothing
Okay,
can afraid me. I don't know.
Well, how come I find I'm in Ukraine now. I'm in Kiev. How come I find a lot of guys they're scared to commit? Well, why do I find this? Why do you think? What's the reason? I don't understand it. They don't want to commit. They don't want to put no ring on the finger. Why?
Because I think the most of marriages in our country they end with divorce.
Oh, divorce.
You
The
see?
big D word.
And men lose
Everything?
a half of his stuff, half his equipment. I don't know.
His equipment? I like that one. He loses his equipment. You never know. You never know. You never know.
And women almost always get children and flat, a house.
House, money, horoshi, everything. So is that the only reason why, Luba? I mean, you think that maybe that's another reason why people aren't getting married because they're scared of divorce? Luba.
Can you repeat, please? I don't understand the question.
I asked, do you think maybe that's another reason why people are getting divorced because they're scared of getting, they're scared of getting married because of divorce?
I a little bit positive, and I think that they cannot only find their real love. That's why they are not getting married.
But how do you find real love then? What do? You go searching for it? Does a woman find her princess, her frog? I don't understand. I mean, how do you find this?
I think people understand it at once, or once. So they see a person, they communicate with each other, and they understand that it is, yes, his or her, so to say, a man or a woman.
But who Valik, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
How old are you? I think. How old are you again? I forgot.
I'm 15, nearly 16.
You're nearly 16. When are you getting married?
I want to get married when I will be 22 or 23, I think.
See, wow, like Valik, he has the date right there. Do you know the exact time and date, or you just know when you're 22 you want to get married?
I think so. That would be my marriage there then, but maybe it will be later or earlier, but not like 1 year later or 1 year before.
Now, do you believe you have to find the perfect person, or the perfect person does not exist?
I think that person exists, of course, and I will find
Pluto, Mars, your Venus. Where is the perfect person? I never seen it. If we found the perfect person, we wouldn't be getting into fights, I think. Valik, don't you agree with me? No.
Into fight? Why?
Well, because every couple they fight, right? Everyone fights. Everyone fights, right? Oksana, do you agree with me? Right? No.
No, I don't.
No? Nobody, not physical fight. I meant like verbal fight. People like they shout at each other.
Verbally, yes, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I don't know what we're talking about. We're not talking about after vodka. So I think to have a healthy relationship, people need to call each other names. What do you think about this?
Yes, they have to fight for perfect love.
So, do you believe in finding that perfect person? It exists, or do you think, well, nobody's perfect, everyone makes mistakes?
I think nobody's perfect, but we can choose almost perfect, maybe.
Is there an application for this?
What application? I don't understand how this works.
Like, there's an application, maybe a web application, maybe an Android application we can use so that we can find the perfect person. Actually, I'm waiting for Google Glasses to tell me the person in front of me if they're, a lot about them. But you know what? Look, yeah, go ahead, Oksana.
I think we have to use some simple rules just to be happy to our partner.
What are those rules? Luba, maybe you have some rules? Do you know some of these rules?
No, I don't know. I'm a very spontaneous person.
I can explain.
Okay.
In my opinion, maybe. At first, I never read messages and letters of my husband to other girls, people. Always, I never read. I think when I come back home, I try to call my husband and say, "Hi, dear, I will come home in 10 minutes. Do you wait for me?" And of course, we have to как хранить, да, to keep our freedom. We have
Freedom?
freedom, of course. I can, for example, I can go alone to the movie and to the another place, and it's not means that I go to find a new man or another partner. It's just to be my freedom sometimes.
I don't know. I hear for some people, when the guy he goes out, his girlfriend's always no, sorry, not his girlfriend. His wife is always phoning him. So maybe it's because she worries about him, you know. Maybe he's safe, you know. I just suggested for her to put an Android tracker on his phone, but I don't know if she could do that. You know, I don't know. I don't know. And Vitaly, so Vitaly, how long do you think that a guy should be in a relationship with a woman until they like get married? How many years is it usually in the old Eastern Bloc here? How many years is it?
It depends on person. If not, I think a year, maybe 2 year or 3 year. You can all your life live with a person and not be sure that you are ready to marriage.
Well, how many years? I mean, we only got so many years to live. I know some guys, they've been with their girlfriend for 6 years. Still no ring on the finger. Why do you think so? Someone answer me. 6 years. She thinks in another 6 years maybe she'll have a marriage. Someone answer this. Alpha.
Althea.
Althea. Why do some guys wait 6 years to get married? Do you think maybe they don't want to get married? Or you think the woman should hang on there and wait? Wait for another 6 years?
I think when person want to wait for some year, it depends on his. He don't want to be with other person because he wants to look for some other person. He doesn't sure to be with him, just with him.
I think the problem is I see here a lot of guys, they're scared. But I don't know what they're scared of. Can anyone tell me what they're really scared of? Luba, maybe you would know something about this. I don't know. Like, I see a lot of guys. You say the word marriage, and they hide. They go under a rock. You can't see them for 2 weeks. They don't want to hear this word. Any idea? Maybe.
What? I don't understand.
I talked to some guys about them getting married. And they suddenly changed the topic. Well, why do you think so? Why are they so negative about this? Do you have any idea?
Maybe they are not mature for marriage. Some guys.
Well,
and, for some people, it's not necessary to get married. They can live together and love each other. But if
then why do we get married?
Sorry?
Why do we get married in the first place then if we don't need to get married?
One moment.
Guys,
go ahead. So
always, not the girls.
If a couple want to have children, then it's necessary to get married.
Okay, sure. Miguel, what do you think?
About what?
Why do guys don't want to get married these days? I see in Ukraine, they know, no, I don't want to get married. You know, true. Why do I see this? Is it just me, or is it? Do you think this is a problem? Do you
Uh,
think it's a problem
I
of
think
commitment?
not only in Ukraine, it's something like in Italy when young men live a lot
With their mama?
with the parents. Uh,
No. They live with their mama because their mama makes spaghetti every day. They can't find a woman who makes spaghetti, so they stay with their mama. And she irons her clothes. Miguel, where can I find one clothes ironed, cooks 3 meals a day, cleans the windows? The only place I can find that nowadays in prison. But then I would have to be doing most of that myself. So these guys in Italy, they got it made because their mama does everything for them. That's what I'm thinking.
you think it's bad?
I think it's great.
Maybe it's good for it, for them.
But wife can do also everything for her husband. Why not? And it is more interesting to live with wife, not with mom.
My wife says to me, the dishes wait for you. I asked her, when did the dishes start talking? When do they have any feelings? How do you know they're starting to wait? Did you ask them? So, you know, I don't know. As a guy who's married, I feel that I have chores to do, right? I have another mother to tell me what to do. So, Valak, doesn't that scare you? Maybe when you're 22, you're married, and you can't do what you want to do. Does that scare you?
I think some guys may be scared of having kids because sometimes they are too noisy and they want to be free, not to be with their like shouting voices. Yeah, and as usual, some of us, some of the boys love to be with their family to.
I know. Mama, yeah, hold you this, yeah, hold you that. I like this. I don't like these little kids. They drive me cuckoo. So, do you want to have kids? I mean, you're only 16. How could you think of kids? You're only 16. So, you got a couple more years, right? I mean, back then in Canada and North America, guys got married when they're 18. Luba, is there anything wrong with getting married at 18? You think that's a sin? A shame?
Sorry, what does it mean, shame?
Wait, shame, like...
Shame, стыд, да, по-моему? Стыд, по-моему. Shame, стыд.
Стыдиться, да?
Если я правильно поняла, shame, стыд.
Do you think it's shame to get married when you're 18? Is there anything wrong with that, or do you? I mean, maybe.
No. I think it's normal. In Russia, it's okay.
Yeah, no, I have nothing against marriage. I'm trying to create some arguments here to get everyone going. That's it. Who else can I ask? Vitaly, what are you concerned about when you get married one day? If you find Mrs. Perfect, the Bachelor number 3, or whatever, what concerns you of getting married? Do you have any concerns?
Concerns?
Concerns. Do you drink?
Yes.
Are you concerned maybe you won't be allowed to drink if you get married? This can be a problem.
Yes, it can be a problem, of course.
But do you think a woman can change you for the good? I mean, you know...
But maybe I don't want to someone change me.
Okay, so you don't want to change, but do you think maybe, you know, I don't know, that you're married and the wife should have some sort of influence on you and what you do, or do you think that you know what you do best because you are yourself? You know what I mean?
Maybe guys don't want to get married because they afraid that his wife will change them. They afraid of changes. They afraid of change their lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm afraid of my mother-in-law, but that's another issue. That's another topic of its own, you know. When you have a mother-in-law where you put all the garbage in her apartment, in the flat, in the garbage, and you put receipts, and you put them in the garbage, and after you leave, she takes the garbage out and looks at the receipts. I think that's I'm not used to that because my mother in Canada would never do that, so kind of scares me. But I think, what about the mother-in-law? Do you think some guys are scared because maybe they don't like the mother-in-law and the family won't be good too? Oksana, what do you think?
I understand about mother-in-law. Could you repeat the question?
Would you think maybe guys are scared of the mother-in-law? Mother in hell, but mother-in-law. You know, some guys, they don't get along with the mother-in-law. So maybe it deters them. You know, it deters them.
I think girls and guys, we are both scared of mother-in-law. And it's not the reason
to not get married?
To not get married, yes.
No, don't visit the mother-in-law. Is that what you're saying? Is that a good excuse I can use?
What?
Don't go see the mother-in-law. Is that a good excuse?
No, we can, of course we can see our mothers-in-law. And for example, I tried to be as a second daughter maybe for my mother-in-law. And my mom likes very much my husband, and it's not a reason to not get married. I mean,
what about living in the same flat with your parents?
Awful.
Alpha.
It's for me?
Yes. Living in the same flat with your parents. I think this is torture.
I don't think it's not difficult to live with your parents if they don't control you every step.
They do though. They do. They. Okay. But like, what's the rules? I mean, is this common in Ukraine, in Russia, Luba, to live with the parents? Can you see this? Does the guy live with the mother-in-law, or does the wife live with his parents? How does it work? Can you explain to me? Usually, what happens?
It happens very often that a young family lives with parents, but I don't think that it's good. I have never lived with parents. I mean, with my own family, and I wouldn't like to live with, because I think so there is such a proverb that two housewives cannot live together and cannot cook near one cooker. Yes.
I want green.
Like that.
I want green borscht, and the other one wants red borscht.
Yeah. Because of that, yes. Only because of that.
Okay, all right, but there could be competition too. Does everyone know the TV show? Oh God, I don't know. Miguel, you're gonna have to help me out here. Veronina?
I don't know.
Who watches this television?
I watched several times.
What's wrong with the mother-in-law? What's wrong with her? What does she do bad? Can someone tell me?
Как вмешиваться в жизнь? Кто скажет по-английски?
Interrupt.
She interrupts? Yeah, okay. She interferes. She told Raymond, the guy, the co-star, right? He met his wife, well, the girlfriend at the time. You know what she tells him? You don't need to see her. She's not the one for you. But look, who can I ask? Where's my... Valak, do you think your parents should have any influence on your future wife? They can choose her for you.
No, they can't. Yeah.
Why not?
I think so because it's my own choice. Maybe I'll make meeting them together, and they will, if they won't be so friendly with each other, it won't be any problem, I think. And they can't influence on my choice. I think so.
Okay. Another. Who else is here? Who else? Who else? Vitaly. What do you think about the parents choosing the perfect person for their children? What do you think? For their adult children.
From my point of view, parents can't make choice.
Well, they say mother knows best. Zana, you heard that expression before? Mother knows best.
Of course, mother can think so, but it doesn't mean that it's true.
You don't think maybe, like for instance, some mother can look at the woman and say, like, she's good enough, or it will work out or it won't work out. Do you believe in these superstitious that maybe they know something you don't know because they have experience, or you don't think it matters?
Children have to listen to this listen parents advices, because my brother he got married twice, and twice he
Listen to his parents?
no, he didn't listen to parents, and he divorced twice too. He got married twice, and he now he has a child, and child lives with his son lives with his first wife. Now he lives with another woman who, yes, another woman who has her own two child.
Oh. How is that? You think it's difficult? Could you marry a woman?
Twice my brother didn't listen to mother, and my mother now he tell him that I told you.
I told you so.
I told you, and you didn't listen me.
My mother says you made your bed.
But my mother talks so about every girl.
Oh yeah, of course. It's like me going to the village. Everyone talks about me. So always there's older people. They always talk about. There's something to talk about. It's always to judge someone, right? So what about marrying a woman who has a child? Patel. Oh, who else can I? Valik. You think, is this an issue for? Well, how can I ask? You're only 16. How can I ask this question? I mean, okay, why are guys, for the ladies here, why are guys scared to marry a woman with a child? Alpha.
Because it's very difficult to love чужих детей, да? To love not own child. Я не знаю, как чужих.
Like adopted, or like not biological, we could say.
Yes.
Alpha, do you think that's a problem if a guy marries a woman with a child? How does the guy accept the child? Is it something he just has to live with? I mean, do you think it's not a good idea? What do you think about that? Like where a woman has a child already?
I think that is not a problem if the man fall in love with her.
But he has to fall in love with the kids too, right? I don't know how.
If he loves the woman, and I don't think that it would be a problem for him.
Hmm.
I think so. It's my point of view.
Maybe it wouldn't be a problem if children are very small, young children.
Yeah.
But if a child adult enough, then it would be a problem because there would be a jealousy between
Between the
and you
son
and you man and them. Yes, they will be jealous to mother, to their mother. Do you understand me? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I could say, hello, son, you're taller than me today. I don't like this. You never know. Some girls here, they have kids when they're 13. 16. I'm not just saying Ukraine and Russia, but all over the world, right? But my wife says that in Ukraine, like a lot of girls, they had a kid like when they were young, right? And this is a problem in the future because, like, it's hard to control kids. It's hard for you to develop when you have a child to raise. Like that was what she tried to say. So, that was an issue of where you had more. Like I don't know. Things happen. That's all I can say. Stuff happens in life, right? And something you can't control. But it could be an interesting situation. But why are mostly divorces that we see in Eastern Europe? Why are they so high? I heard the divorce rate is 50%. Can anyone disagree with that? The divorce rates are 50%.
It's our real situation. It's true. We have a lot of divorces.
Okay. Why is that? Why do you think we have this? Who haven't I talked to? Who is this? Who's in my class? Almaz.
Almost.
Almaz. Oh, I can. Eureka, I can talk. Almaz, are you here? Knock knock. Nobody there. Oksana, you can continue.
No, I said.
You said it's very high.
Yes, and I said that a lot of young people, girls and men, don't use the simple rules just to be happy in life to each other.
Well, I think people don't want to work on their relationship. That's what it is.
Yes.
I think people don't want to try.
Yes, I think you're right. And
So
we have to
Alpha.
respect.
So Alpha, how can people work on the relationship? How do you think? What do you think helps people so that it doesn't lead to divorce? Because in Eastern Europe, it's at 50%. That's half. That's not very good. What do you think people should do?
From my point of view, the first of all, they must have enough money, because it's one of the first reasons in our places, at last, I know. Then their relationship.
Well, money isn't everything. I mean, I'll be honest with you. A lot of people, even in Ukraine, they're not rich. They're just trying to work, right? I mean, why are so many people so centered on money?
The first yes, when they married, they have a good relation, and then when they haven't enough money, began their quarrels. How does it call? Sorry.
On their boundaries, maybe, I don't know.
I think so. I don't know, but
So you're saying if they can't do more things, it can hurt their marriage. If they can't do more than what they can afford, right? But I mean, in Ukraine and Russia, don't both people work usually, unless they're taking care of their kids? Isn't usually babushka taking care of the kids and both parents work?
once more, please.
I said, isn't mostly parents working these days, or two married couples aren't they working? So it's like a dual income system. So that I don't understand how they could have money problems when both people are working. You know, it's two incomes. Maybe it's not enough. I see a lot of Ukrainian people going to Turkey, going to Egypt this year. Supposed to be having a crisis, yet people are traveling a lot, and maybe they're just saving. This is actually a lot of married people, and rates have gone up. Traveling is very expensive now because of the whole currency situation. So I don't know. People need to work together. People need to try. They need to try to compromise. But the question is, how do you talk if nobody wants to talk? That's the question, and nobody really can. Luba, maybe you can answer this. How do you compromise with someone when they don't want to compromise? Do you understand what compromise means?
Yes, yes. I think it's very necessary to give place to your partner, so to say, to go down maybe, or to come to agreement. And in such situation, yes, I give place to my husband.
Okay, yeah. And Vitaly, how many excuse me, how many of your friends are married?
Two or three. I don't count them, but two my friends got married
Are they happy?
because their girlfriends got
Pregnancy.
pregnant. Yes, and I don't ask them if happy them or not.
You can see with your eyes.
Yes,
So-
maybe.
So yeah, well, so they don't tell you anything. Do they ever give you advice what to prepare for? They don't tell you anything.
And
This is what you should do. This is what you should not do.
Yeah. Maybe it is strange, but I haven't seen them after marriage.
Oh, what happened? Aliens abducted them? Or where'd they go to?
One of them moved to another town, and the second one, he is my group mate, and after marriage, I haven't seen him in university. He just
Disappeared.
disappeared, and then I knew that he had marriage.
Aha. So
I
if your friends disappeared, they got married. Okay.
I found that him and
You went searching?
I
Congratulated
him, and we talked a bit. He didn't sound very happy.
Oh, interesting. Who else were they got they know people who got married and they don't hear from them anymore. They suddenly disappear.
I think you asked about divorce.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And,
Maybe after divorce too, it disappeared.
And to my mind, people people destroy his marriage because it's a fault of movies about love.
Yeah, because in movies, they always paint the picture where marriage is perfect.
Yes, people.
Oksana, don't you see this too? Everything is nice and rosy. Everything's so perfect. And don't girls there too? They look at these movies and say everything should be just like in the movie. Isn't this true?
No, I never think about the marriage house, the perfect thing.
Romeo and Juliet.
Not perfect.
Of course I know that, but I think a lot of people, they look at movies and they forget to see it's fiction. What does fiction mean again?
Fiction?
What does fiction mean again?
I didn't understand.
Nobody knows what fiction means? No. It means it's not true. Non-fiction means it's true. Science fiction is like Star Wars. So if your marriage is like science fiction, well then you're not on this planet. Okay. So we've covered a lot so far, but it seems now why always the husband? I know in North America, if anything gets done, he always has to say, "My wife is the boss." Why does this happen? Luba, why? Why does he say the wife is the boss? Who's the boss?
We say another way. We say the mom is the head and the woman is a neck. So where she goes, so so she turns him there where she wants.
Again, sorry, my phone. What was that again? She don't.
She turns where she wants. So to say.
She turns where she wants.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that's a good idea? If my wife says, I want to I want to buy this, should the man usually agree or disagree? Because it could be World War III. What do you think? Is it a good idea for the guy to say, yes, I agree with you? What do you think?
No, it's not a good idea, and it's not good from side of wife. Wife would say another way. Wife must be more, how is it? Silly, maybe. Okay, wait.
Какое слово, Люба?
Хитрый, silly.
Я тоже его смотрю. Crafty.
Sly, more sly, yes. Wife must be more slyer. Or wiser, so to say.
More wiser. We have an expression in English, who wears the pants in the family? Who wears the pants in the family? Well, that's what I noticed. It's like, if I asked, my one friend, he's married. I says, do you want to go out? Do you want to go fishing? Nice fish outside. You want to go fishing? And he says, I have to ask my wife. I don't have to ask anybody. Well, now I do, but before he says I have to ask my wife. But so you can see.
That he didn't want to go fishing.
I hope not. It was good. It was a nice fishing day. Come on, and I had a nice fishing rod with me. No, I don't think that was the case. What about family outings? Do you think it's very important for how much time should a man spend with his wife? Like how much time is enough time? Do you think? How much time is enough time? Miguel, no comment? No.
About what? I don't hear.
How much time should a guy spend with his wife?
I don't know. No, I have no idea.
Oksana, how much time? Like okay, I can do what I want to do. How much time does he need to spend? How much caring does he need?
Difficult question for me. I see, for example, my husband maybe 1 or 2 hours in a day, and it's very bad. And I think we have to spend a lot of time as we can. And of course, to both alone, without kids or another people. I think you understand, Michael.
I understand. I think a guy should be devoted to his wife. That's what I think. Valak, what do you think? You think a guy should be devoted to his wife, spending every minute, every time, quality time? Because I think I don't know how to ask you this, but I don't know. I mean, my point of view is that when you're married, you don't spend enough time with each other. Does anyone see that could be a big problem? People work too much. People don't get to spend time with each other. You think that could be an issue? Anyone?
Yes, we work hardly.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, if two people work all the time, how do they have free time for each other?
Night, maybe.
No time. And plus, what if you have kids? That could be. How many kids, Oksana, do you have again?
I have 2 kids.
2 kids. Do you want?
We spend time when we have dinner, maybe.
You want more kids?
If I have more money, maybe I will have one son. I want.
I have one kid. His name is Chester. Does anyone want a nice pussycat? Huh? They can have him. He meows. No, he only asks for food 3 times a day. He asks for his litter box to be changed once a day. He meows a lot, so you need to use some sort of Google Translate. And he just sleeps all day, so perfect kid to me.
Michael, you have a big family.
I have a big Mishka. That's what I have. I have a big Mishka who sleeps all, and I have a rabbit too. I have a brother and I have a son and daughter. Anyway, so we're gonna wrap this up soon. It's only 10:01, but I was having a little bit of connection issues. That's one problem there. So, anyone getting married soon? Anyone? No? Nobody in the class? No?
Soon.
You know, wait a minute. What age can you get married at again?
Maybe 22, I think.
No. Legally. When you want to.
Legally?
Yes.
In Ukraine, it's legally from 18, I think.
18?
Mm-hmm.
And in Russia?
Maybe the same.
18?
The same.
Yeah, 18.
The same, yeah.
But if she has a child maybe in her 16, then you can get married earlier.
Isn't that illegal? Isn't it illegal?
Because of child, they can get married from 16, I think.
But isn't it illegal to have a kid at 16? I heard some stories that, you know, a guy got trouble because he got a woman pregnant. He was 18 and she was 15. Well, wait, she was 15, not 16. So that could be another. You know these programs? Everyone know what I'm talking about? You know, like one show was from Nikolaev, and he got the woman pregnant, and he doesn't have a job, and the woman he got pregnant, the mother don't like him. I want you to leave him. I want you to have abortion. One second. Do you know what show I'm talking about? Does anyone know what show I'm talking about? No? Miguel?
I don't hear what about
the show where, like, you know, like something happens in the family where he gets the woman pregnant, and the woman wants not a divorce, but the mother wants like an abortion. She don't like him, and it talks about the problem. Does anyone know what TV show I'm talking about here? I think it's on 1+1 channel or TSN. Does anyone know what the channel? Does anyone know the program I'm talking about?
No.
No?
I don't any programs on
You don't
TV.
watch TV, Miguel. That's the problem. You're not watching you're not watching any of those TV shows. Sure, you're not watching like what's that one show? Do you think you can dance? Or Master Chef, you know, those crazy ones. Anyways, it is 10:04. So for everyone who is getting married soon, weddings are expensive. I never even had a wedding yet, so I have work to do. I'm working in reverse mode. So how much does the average wedding cost? Does anyone know? 30,000 hryvnia, I heard. Can anyone argue that? How much does it cost? Miguel, how much does it cost for a wedding in Ukraine?
Maybe I hear about 30 and 50,000. It's okay in dollars. It's maybe $3,000 or $5,000.
That's too expensive for one night. For one night, you pay that much money. That's ridiculous. What do you think?
Don't be greedy, Michael.
It's one. I can do a lot with that money.
It's one night in your life.
I know. Vitaly, what do you think? You think that's too much money? 30,000 hryvnia?
It is. I think people spend too much money for marriage. To marriage.
You know, there's a show where they have the best wedding. As soon as I saw Michael Jackson, that's it. I'm turning the channel. That's it. Too much money. Too much money. I think a wedding should be more like simple. That's my opinion. You know, like
Yes,
keep it. Yeah.
In Ukraine, wedding 2 days.
2 days.
Yes.
What, for two guys or what? I don't understand.
No. Wedding продолжается 2 дня, я не знаю.
People celebrate their wedding 2 days. They celebrate during
For 2 days.
Yes. In Ukraine, wedding celebrate 2 days.
In Russia it is the
Oh
same.
boy. A lot of drinking. I don't know. Well, well, in Canada, usually you have your wedding, you go to the hall, and then you get drunk. At least that's what my Ukrainian neighbors would do. I'm like, where were you today, Steve? I go for the wedding. And? I drink. Okay. Dobranich, good night. And the guy was at like maybe 300 weddings. Ukrainian, Russian people, European people, they know how to have a wedding. He only came for the food. That's it. I have free vareniki, free kapusta, this and that. Of course he's going to come. If there's free food, I'm going to come too. And then he gets to drink at the hall. He's in heaven. If you go to an English wedding, they don't have anything there. What do they have? Potatoes. Like, I'm not talking about the potatoes like from Belarus. This is ridiculous. Anyways, it's 10:07. So everyone has a prosperous wedding or marriage that they're in, and to be very happy and to be not selfish and greedy, because sometimes we all think about ourselves. Does anyone have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
No questions for me? All right, everyone, sorry again about the connection issue. It wasn't my fault. I just, sometimes it happens. All right, so everyone.
Everything is okay.
Everything.
Thank you.
Everything happens. All right, have a good evening. Go for Bonchino.
Goodbye.
Good night.